The Wolf of Wall Street is one of my favourite films. Now, I'm not sure what that says about me as a person, but let's not dwell on that. Because the fact is that after watching the movie, I became really interested in the real life guy it was all based on, Jordan Belfort. And I've even been and watched him speak at one of his live events since then. But when listening to a recent podcast he did, Belfort and his guest, 8-figure business owner Noah Kagan, both put forward a challenge. We'll give you $1,000 if you just tell us why you deserve it. Now, I saw this a little late, by which point the comment section was, unsurprisingly, flooded with entries. And it was kind of interesting looking at the different approaches people took. Some people went for sob stories, some people said they'd use the money to buy one of Jordan's courses, some even asked for $10,000 instead. But one of the lessons they talked about in the actual podcast was about going above and beyond what most other people are doing, essentially finding a creative way to stand out. And so, knowing that they'd already be sick of reading hundreds of text comments, I made a short video entry using clips from The Wolf of Wall Street and submitted that as my entry in the comments. And since the title of this video is a pretty major spoiler, you already know that worked out well. But then I started thinking, that stupidly simple concept of going above what's expected sort of is the key to success in anything. Hear me out here. When I look back at things that have worked out well for me, in pretty much any area of life, it's normally down to this concept. For example, when I was getting my first ever job as a placement student, I was able to negotiate a raise on my salary despite having no job experience, because I didn't just submit a CV, I also submitted a link to my personal website, which is something anyone could have set up, but they told me nobody else had. Another example, when I was applying for business school, I got an unconditional offer because on my application I included some stats from some of the small businesses I'd run as a teenager, which again, nobody else was doing. And look, am I saying all this just to brag? Maybe a little bit. But mainly because this principle is how you get what you want in life. And it's not even about working harder, it's about working on less things but going all in on them. It's about not playing within the confined parameters everyone else is playing and doing something different to what any of your competition are doing, so that you stand out so much they have no choice but to pick you. Again, this applies everywhere. Let's say you're trying to get a job. Most people would spend equal time applying to everything, sending the same generic CV out to loads of places, and as a result, not getting very far. What if you instead use that same amount of time, but to apply to just your top 2 dream jobs? The ones that would be absolutely perfect for you. And then you went above and beyond what every other candidate was doing. You hand-delivered an application to the office with a cover letter that showed you'd perfectly understood the culture of the business, and you included a full strategy plan of exactly what you'd do if you got the role, that showed you'd precisely researched the challenges the business has right now. I don't know the specifics, I just know that if you decrease the quantity of things you do, but drastically increase the quality, it's almost certainly going to pay off. In other words, giving your all to a small number of things that matter most to you, rather than spreading your attention and efforts between loads of things. Same principle if you're entering competitions, connecting with someone, or even landing your dream clients. You go all in on making a tailored offer for them that they couldn't possibly refuse because it's so much better and unique than all the alternatives. Phew. Well, that was a really long way of saying I won a competition. But before you click away, time to address the elephant in the room, or elephant in the video, I guess, which is I kind of disappeared for like 2 months without any explanation. My bad. The quick reason for that is that things have really been picking up with one of my businesses, and that's taken a lot of my time up, but if you're curious about the specifics of all that, you can check out the top link in the description for a free pass to the course I've been building. It's perfect for anyone who's at all entrepreneurial. Either way though, the bottom line is, I've missed you, I'm back, and there's some real exciting videos on the way. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.